What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's a good day to be a Marvel Rivals player. We have season 6.5, the roadmap ahead, and I'm just now getting back from the Super Bowl, and I was there. Why, you ask? Well, some bad news to start out, guys. I tried to do my part to help, Marvel Rivals be a better game, and mission failed. A big one, big L. Tried to hide and try to get myself in the halftime show. No. Try to rush the field. The security guards, they're faster than they look. But Guang, as always, comes with some good news as we break down the newest hero, the role, and how she's going to play. Kind of our first look at Elsa Bloodstone and all the good stuff coming for the rest of the month to get us some March. Let's jump in. All right, now we kick off season 6.5 with Elsa Bloodstone. And with Deadpool being every role, we were kind of pondering, guessing, theory crafting what role she might be. And to nobody's surprise, they went back to the drawing board. Show me Duelist. Yep, that's right. She's going to be kind of this monster hunter fantasy shooting duelist. Kind of like the Pokemon trainer if you played Super Smash but decided to hell with the Pokemon. The guns are faster. She's going to be able to, apply pressure over time as they describe. And the longer she's in the fight, the scarier that she is going to get. The more damage she does, the better the cooldowns are going to get on her abilities. And then if she gets KO'd, poof, all those are going to, reset. And you can continue to snowball, right? Back to square one. Definitely going to reward staying alive and then snowball as you go. Not like Bucky, but in the same manner that he's a very snowball-heavy hero. Now, we did get a little bit of a peek of her abilities on how she's going to work. She's going to have traps and summon monsters. One of those traps having a smoke monster in Diablo. And I know if you're in low elo, you're exactly thinking what I'm thinking. More stuff your teammates are not going to shoot, and more ways you're going to die, and you would be correct. Now, we don't know how this is going to work, but it's going to make it easier for her to finish off her prey, which is, exactly how traps are going to work. She's also teased to have an ultimate with the monster of Glorok. So she has like traps, guns. She can summon these monsters, and this ultimate is described kind of like what I imagine to be like, you have like the whale of Namor, and it's like that wide circle. I kind of think that scene from Lion King with like the wildebeest that just plow down Mufasa. I don't know. That's what it sounds like to me. We'll have to find out. We do get a little bit of a peek of her kit. Now, Elsa looks to have 275 health, 8 bullets in her chamber, her main primary fire. And then she has this bouncing bullet with her right click that is going to be fueled through the team up. And this could heal you based on the damage you do, or this might be, and it sounds like it, dependent on the team up. More on that in a second. And then she looks to have a lot of mobility. She has like a horizontal dash, maybe a vertical dash as well. Obviously, these are going to probably do different, damage and whatnot, or have an effect for her. So she does seem, pretty slippery, hard to pin down, is definitely going to be there for those that can aim. Now, she also has those traps that we talked about, and then you can see these enemies have a mark above them. That hunter instinct is what I'm guessing. And of course, guys, we're going to get a full look at her gameplay. We're going to break it all down right here the moment it launches, so stay tuned for that. And I'll be honest, guys, like after Deadpool and his 10,000 abilities and all the mayhem, kind of nice to dial things back a bit and see what she's going to bring to the game. But with that, let's get to typically my favorite part. Cue the slide. All right, next up, guys, we have the new and removed team-ups, and they only have one team-up going away this time, and it is going to affect four different heroes. It's the Fantastic Four. I guess family is not forever. Synergies dead. They're no longer, and we're going to see them go their separate ways. Now, Human Torch is the only one that massively gets the nerf, as he is not joining a new family. He's just, to hell with you, Johnny. But the other ones will be going elsewhere. We start off with Invisible Woman, who's going to maintain the anchor and all of her healing bonus. And this time, it'll be with Doctor Strange and her Psionic Mayhem. Doctor Strange will be getting a new effect with his Maelstrom of Madness. It seems like the cooldown and everything else is going to stay the same. And with it, every time he's with Invisible Woman, he'll be able to pull enemies in with this ability that he can trigger every 6 seconds, and is a core part of his kit, and gains bonus health for himself based on the damage dealt, and can also give health to his nearby allies. In the example clip, he does 100 charge of a damage burst with that Maelstrom of Madness and gets 75 bonus health back. He can also give health to those allies, and this happens every 6 seconds. And for a Vanguard that I think needs the extra help and sustain, right now he's kind of just like Dr. Portal, and now he's going to have a bit more of, something going for him. On top of that, Invisible Woman, unless she gets the massive nerf hammer, is played all the time. And so when you compare those, together, he should have access to this team up a good chunk of the time. Next up, guys, the new hero, Elsa Bloodstone, will be joining Deadpool and Jeff and getting the Living Bullet, which is going to add to her right click. And it seems like with her right click, when you successfully land it, not only are you going to get healed on the damage that you do, which might be a part of her base kit, we'll have to see, But even more fun, Deadpool is going to continue to just visual clutter and have the audio and the visual, and just love that. Now, that's going to be Sue Storm's home, but let's talk about the Thing. Now, Ben Grimm will be joining the Hulk and Black Panther in Gamma Charge. He'll be getting access to Gamma Gauntlets, which is the most badass name for a team-up. And this will give his punches more range, more damage, and each hit is going to grant bonus health. This combo seems really good, kind of like Rogue and Gambit. Super strong. The only problem is I don't know how much casuals play Hulk and Thing together, so it might be one of those like really good team-ups, but you're not going to see that often. Either way, I do think this is just an overall buff for the Thing. Obviously, the survivability that Sue gave him was nice, but this just seems better in every single way. Getting the bonus health, damage, range on all of it on the left and right click, or the primary and alternate fire. But honestly, the Thing is doing really well right now in the meta, and the Hulk is continuing to get more and more love as well. And again, we don't know what the buffs and nerfs are going to bring, so this could be something pretty dangerous, especially in higher level play. But then we wrap up with one more team up. I think this is by far the most interesting, and it's going to be Mr. Fantastic leaving Sue and going to his true love in Rocket. Going with the Rocket network, he now gets access to the Fantastic Amplifier, which is going to allow him to go past his 100 elasticity, and then he can go into his big inflated status at any point on a push of a button manually, which I think is absolutely crazy for his kit. He's already in a pretty interesting and good spot, but now this is going to give you even more just agency, honestly, with him, which I think they've continued to do with his kit, and it's only going to get better as they've added cancels to his ultimate in the way that you can cancel out of big mode, and now you can pick when to go in and out of it, which makes him way more unpredictable, and I think just more threatening overall. Fantastic mains, let us know down below, how cracked is this? Now, you might be asking, where are the balance changes or teases in the half seasons? They don't typically do this, but Guang Guang says in a couple of hours they will be dropping, and guess what? If you're subscribed, you'll find out immediately. We'll be dropping that video and my first reaction and your first look at everything changing in Season 6.5. All right, guys, so everything else. Not a ton here, but let's break it down. First of all, for all you lovers out there, Valentine's Day, there's going to be an event February 14th. That's going to have some horse carriages, units, and stuff for the Times Square. So if you enjoy that, that's going to be a good time. Also, we've got the Spring Festival, which is, I think, celebration of the Chinese New Year. You get red little envelopes. Lin Lee's going to show up and give out more units. So, yay, even more free stuff. You guys can find that as well in-game coming soon. And then they talk about some of the competitive stuff. We have Deadpool's Monster Championship. Now, this sounds kind of interesting. We got to get more details, but essentially, guys, February 21st to the 22nd, you can enter in as a duo or a squad. I believe there's 2 different competitions, and you do best of 5, first to 3, and kind of the further you make it or the more wins you get rewarded for your faction. For units, you get a nameplate, all that good stuff. So if you have a buddy to play with, bam, go into it. If you have squads, awesome. Now, in addition to this, guys, they also revealed end of March is going to be the kickoff for the year 2 of Marvel Rival Esports. And I think this is going to be a huge year for the scene. Super excited for what they're going to be showcasing here soon. So don't miss that and stay tuned. But we do get a look at the partner teams and all of them right now. And outside of that, guys, kind of wraps everything up. We usually get some costumes and whatnot as we get another look at some videos that are coming. So be on the lookout for that. And what else? Oh, yeah, I'm going to be streaming again. If you guys want to watch me get my butt kicked live, you can do so on Twitch. Going to be getting all that ready. And probably next week, going to try to do a couple times a week. We'll do casting stuff and a lot of good stuff planned. So if you want to see that, I guess I'll put my Twitch in the description down below, or feel free to ignore it, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you in a lot of videos today, and until the next one, guys, happy rivaling.